It's 2012. Two bored students from the UK come up with a prank and decide to put it online. The lie itself is harmless. It's actually pretty funny and kind of obvious. But it takes on a life of its own. The whole thing blows up and escalates into what might just be the biggest lie on the internet. School presentations, museums and TV shows start picking up on it. For years, the two students are just sitting at their computers and watching their prank escalate further and further. Their lie even gets close to making it on the British £50 note.
This was such a small lie on the internet, and it blew up into such a big thing.
So it went much further than we ever imagined.
How could things go so far? How did the two friends manage to create a lie believable enough to last a decade? And how does it all relate to the inventor of the electric toaster? In July 2022, a 15-year-old named Adam is browsing a Reddit forum called Hilarious Edits found on Wikipedia. Its users share Wikipedia articles that have been edited to create funny alternate facts. Peter Griffin becomes an Islamic prophet, Barack Obama turns into an urban fashion model, and a 12-year-old declares himself Prime Minister of Australia. Adam suddenly recalls a strange photo he found a while ago on Wikipedia. It's an image of the Scott Allan McMasters, the inventor of the electric toaster. If you look close enough, you can immediately tell the photo has simply been manipulated to look that old. The tear looks too perfect to be real. There's no way this could be the actual photo of Allan McMasters, the famous engineer born back in 1865. Adam decides to make a Reddit post about the photo of the man who invented the toaster. He claims it's fake. Adam's post receives countless upvotes and triggers a chain reaction. The debate about the image of Allan McMasters eventually makes its way up to a forum on Wikipediocracy. That's a website where people discuss and criticize Wikipedia content. The website is also frequented by Wikipedia editors who start getting curious about the creator of the toaster. They discuss the authenticity of the photo and reevaluate the entire article. One of those Wikipedians checks the image's metadata and detects that it had been in fact edited with Adobe Photoshop CS5 on a Mac. The photo definitely is a fake. But it's not just the photo that's a fake. McMaster supposedly died in 1927. The truth is he never existed.
Hello, I'm Allan McMasters, an engineer, but not the inventor of the toaster.
The real Allan McMasters is well and alive, 30 years old and working as an aerospace engineer, and he helped us wrap our heads around the entire story.
So in the first year of university, during class, one of the professors was teaching us about research skills.
And he said, you need to be careful not to use Wikipedia to source information because you never know who might set themselves as the inventor of the toaster.
Meet Alex, Alan's friend and classmate from university.
And we decided, well, why don't we go ahead and go on Wikipedia and set ourselves as the inventor of the toaster?
That was on February 6, 2012. At that moment, Allan McMasters goes from being a random student to being the inventor of the electric toaster, and he will keep that title for quite some time. Just a couple of months later, there's an article published by British tabloid The Daily Mirror. The story covers life-changing everyday innovations made by British citizens, and guess who's on that list? The made-up inventor of the toaster, Allan McMasters.
And that's when I got curious. How far can this actually go? And so I decided to create an entire article just about Allan McMasters, the inventor of the toaster.
Alex creates a Wikipedia article and fleshes it out with all kinds of ideas and details that just randomly pop up in his head.
Like how he invented the toaster by drinking too much whiskey, and how he accidentally killed a woman, and all these crazy things. We thought, no one's going to believe this.
His toaster goes on to provoke one of Britain's first deadly appliance fires, killing a woman in the town of Guildford. McMasters denies any wrongdoing. According to him, the woman did not hold appropriate respect for the power of the electric toaster when leaving it unattended. McMasters has also developed the lighting system for the London Underground and invented the electric kettle. Naturally, every decent Wikipedia article needs a photo. So to boost the page online cred, Alex uploads an image of himself.
My girlfriend sort of, styled my hair wonderfully so it was stuck up, really high and looked like some sort of crazy 19th century thing. Actually, at the time, I didn't have this sideburn, so we photoshopped some sideburns in.
Since they didn't have any appropriate 19th century apparel, they decide to edit this tear into the photo.
So you couldn't see the clothes. and then put a bunch of black and white filters on it. It looked ridiculous. No one should have believed that this picture was real.
And yet, no one questions the authenticity of the photo or the information in the article. If only all fraudsters online were as good-hearted and funny as Alex and Alan. But seriously, there are quite some threats on the internet. Some of them involve our most sensitive information. There's actually a massive shadow industry worth billions surrounding our data. So-called data brokers gather all the info available about us on the internet. Your contact information, browsing history, and online transactions. This data is often bundled into shadow profiles, which are then being sold. You might receive a tailored mail or a robocall based on your shadow profile. In the worst case, someone might try to steal your identity. Incogni helps you remove your data from the numerous lists of data brokers. Here's how it works. 1. You create your account. And 2. Grant Incogni the right to act on your behalf. And finally, 3. Incogni then reaches out to data brokers and requests the removal of your sensitive information. In the dashboard, you can always track exactly what the current status is. With the code FERNTV and via incogni.com/FERNTV, you can get an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni plan. Wikipedia articles are checked by volunteer editors called Wikipedians. To ensure that pages are legit, they look at their sources, their writing, and suspicious changes. This system tends to work pretty well, but for some reason, the editors miss the inventor of the toaster. Over the next few years, many websites pick up on the story of Alan McMasters. Several media outlets spread the lie even further, including the BBC and the Washington Times. School kids do presentations on him. Museums and books officially credit him as the inventor of the toaster. Many of these references are cited as sources in the fake Wikipedia article to make it look more authentic, creating a loop of misinformation. A primary school in Scotland honors McMasters with a special Memorial Day. Students are asked to write texts about him, paint toast slices, and handcraft their own little toasters. Contestants in the British cooking show, Great British Menu, dedicate a dessert to the great inventor of the toaster.
So this is the Breakfast Club, and it's inspired by Alan McMasters' invention of the first electric toaster.
Bread companies in the UK were tweeting about him and using my picture. People were tweeting about Alan, talking about how they were so thankful that he invented the toaster, that he transformed their life with their breakfast. It just went on and on. We couldn't believe it.
In 2018, the Bank of England even nominates Alan McMasters for the character selection for its £50 note.
So it would have been my face on the £50 note.
Back in July 2022, 15-year-old Adam finally detects the fake image. Within 24 hours of his discovery, the article in Alan McMasters is proposed for deletion. Shortly after, there's a hoax banner on the top of the Wikipedia page. Users trying to look up the article in Alan McMasters are automatically redirected to a page on misinformation and hoax articles. Despite their prank, the two former students remain big fans of the online encyclopedia. Alan told us that he became a part-time Wikipedia himself, editing articles and correcting mistakes, to sort of make it up to Wikipedia and support their mission. He does, however, prefer to stay anonymous.
I think they would ban me if they knew which account were mine.
If a lie so blunt and simple can circulate on the internet for such a long time,
It just makes you wonder what else is wrong out there.
Wikipedia still is a pretty reliable and helpful source of information, and the toaster incident remains a fairly rare exception. But the Alan McMasters case reminds us of just how important it is to double-check online information. The story is a perfect example of what is called circular reporting. Someone edits incorrect information into a Wikipedia page. A journalist draws on that fake info without checking it. An editor then reviews the Wikipedia page, finds the journalist's article, and cites it as a source for the fake information. Wikipedia keeps a whole list of incidents like these. Meanwhile, the article on the inventor of the toaster has of course been corrected.
Now, the actual history of the invention of the toaster is much better sourced. People have credited the real inventor now. And so, yes, for 10 years, there might have been the wrong inventor. But who knows, for the next 100 years, there'll be the correct inventor.
Don't worry, of course we're going to tell you. The toaster was invented in 1909 by an American named Frank Shaler. At least, that's what it says on Wikipedia.